Hey guys, this is the introduction and the explainer video for the nighttime practice of the self-transformation challenge over here. If you want to go ahead and sign up for that course, it's at patreon.com/GaboTheShaman. And there you go. Now a little bit about the course. Yeah, I'll get into that in a second. So, in this video, I'll explain all the important things that you need to know about the nighttime practice of the Self-Transformation Challenge. So, if you're interested in joining, of course, you can go to patreon.com/GaboTheShaman. And there are 3 phases, so explaining a little bit more about the Self-Transformation Challenge, there are 3 phases of the Self-Transformation Challenge, and each phase should be done for 90 days in a row. And each phase has a morning, midday, and nighttime practice. And so this is the explainer video for the introduction to the nighttime practice. So the morning practice is designed to help you raise the Kundalini to connect with your soul and to open the heart center by doing simple yoga exercises and postures that stimulate your Kundalini energy in the body, so you can get a great start to your day by empowering yourself and connecting with your soul. And this allows the soul to be the compass by which we live our lives. Because when you follow your soul, everything else lines up into place. So this is very powerful stuff, guys. So, yeah, then we'll talk about a little bit more about the midday meditation. So, the midday meditation is a practice that's designed to help you refine your ability to listen to your soul. So we check in with our soul to make sure we're following the right path, using it as a compass to guide our lives and our decisions and our choices in life. So there's also another meditation that helps you align your 3 selves: your mind, body, and spirit or soul. So yeah, this in shamanism, in Taoism, we call this the 3 selves: the mind, the body, and the soul. And so yeah, this midday meditation, helps you align those 3 and get them working to actually achieve your soul desire in this physical reality. So you know, your soul is like the compass, the captain, basically, of the ship, captain of the vehicle. And so when you align your lower self, your higher self, and your soul, or when you align your lower self and your higher self with your soul, then everything, comes into alignment and you go towards your soul desire. Now it's more complicated than that, but that's basically the gist of it. We all have our subconscious blocks and things like that, so but this nighttime practice is designed to cut right through those subconscious blocks and unconscious blocks. So now we come to the nighttime practice, and so we come to the nighttime practice, and in this practice, this is a practice where we learn to cultivate and absorb the energy from the universe and combine it with the very powerful tools like mantra, mudras, which are hand seals, and meditation. And there's different kinds of meditation. There's passive meditation and active meditation and things like that. And then we use these powerful tools, these mudras, these mantras, and the meditations, the Qigong Meditations. We use those to align the 3 main energy centers of the body and the 3 selves. And these are, once again, the mind, the body, and the soul. In Some traditions call them heaven, earth, and man, or in the Norse they call it Odin, Vili, and Ve. And you see me doing this from the head to the navel center to the heart. That's for a reason. That's because that's how energy flows. So yeah, we'll align the three selves, three main energy centers of the body, and the three selves. So now I'll talk about all the specifics of what you need to know. These practices are very powerful. Even in phase 1, the things that I teach you are spiritual science. So even in phase 1, it's so powerful, guys. This is like one of the most powerful things that I've ever come across. I've been studying, the occult and secret magical practices for years, and this, like, nothing compares to this. I've tried almost everything, literally almost everything in magic, the occult, and different spiritual practices, and this is the most powerful one that I've ever come across. That's why I'm teaching it. So this is not some airy-fairy, arbitrary, good, like, feel-good meditation. These things I teach are spiritual science. This is designed to cut through your unconscious blocks and really transform yourself, transform your identity, transform your psychology, your emotions, everything about you will be transformed by the end of this. So So these are some of the most powerful spiritual practices that so these are some of the most powerful spiritual practices that have ever been released to the world. Some of my fellow students have had to, my peers in my learnings from my teacher. So my fellow students have actually had to cut back on the nighttime practice because it's just too much for them. It's too much energy. It's too much, it's like too much power almost. Like, so the things that I teach are not to be taken lightly. This stuff is not to be taken lightly. It's very powerful. It's deceptively simple, but it's very powerful. So, if you want a powerful transformation, this is the most practical and effective way to achieve that I've found in my personal experience. So when you combine all these things together, the nighttime practice helps you go in and defrag your unconscious hard drive, which is really what's driving all of your actions. So yeah, your unconscious mind is like a hard drive. It stores all your, all your habits, all your, your core beliefs, your assumptions about reality, your identity, your, I am this and the world is that kind of thing. And yeah, it's, so this is like a disk cleanup. It's like it goes in there and scrubs all that, all that bad programming out of there and cleans it off and gives you a fresh start, basically. A fresh, a clean slate, basically. So, this nighttime practice especially helps you to clean your, unconscious hard drive, which is really what's driving all of your actions, because your actions are determined by your programming, your subconscious programming and your unconscious programming. So if you've got unconscious blocks or imprints, that are driving you down paths that don't serve you, like things like self-sabotage, self-hatred, emotional neglect of yourself, you need power to overcome those. And you can't just think your way out of it, guys. That never worked for me before, but as soon as I, started applying these methods and doing these practices, it really changed everything. So you need power and you need techniques that will come into your unconscious and wipe your hard drive clean and allow those blocks to come to your conscious awareness. So yeah, we're basically defragging the hard drive of our unconscious, and then all that stuff that was on the hard drive is now being brought up to our conscious mind, and it's being processed in our conscious mind. So that's the reason, that's the reason we do this, is just to clear out our unconscious, and everybody has, their unconscious blocks. I would say 99% of people have big unconscious blocks that they're not even aware of. And that's the reason why, like, unconscious literally means not aware of. So I'll talk about some things that you need to know for the nighttime practice, and if you haven't done it already, go to, patreon.com/Gebo the Shaman and sign up for the Self-Transformation Challenge. This course is designed to remove your unconscious blocks and connect you with your soul, so you can operate from your highest conscious awareness. When you join, you'll have instant access to members-only videos that walk you through the morning, midday, and nighttime practices step by step. And I've already got phase 1 uploaded, so that's there for you. So you can do this for 90 days, and in 90 days I'll be uploading phase 2. Okay? So there you go, guys. That's this course. I wouldn't be teaching things that don't work or that are, arbitrary or, or whatever. Like, this is the most powerful and effective thing that I've ever come across, and that's why I'm teaching it. So, it's very powerful. It's very transformational. So, go check it out. It's worth it for, try it out for like 30 days and see if you like it. And if you don't like it, then unsubscribe. It's pretty simple. You're not paying for like a $500 course here or anything, so it's pretty easy. Now, when you join, you'll have instant access to the videos, and I'll walk you through the morning, midday, and nighttime practices step by step. So how it's designed to work is you just click play and follow along with me as I guide you through the practices. It's not just me talking at you. So yeah, it's not just me talking at you guys. It's me actually doing the practices with you. It's like I'm in your home. It's like I'm teaching you like one-on-one, and you're copying me. You're following what I do and learning from that. So it's very simple. These are very simple and easy practices, so anyone can do them no matter what your skill level. And though they are simple, they're very powerful still. So like, if you have a disability or something, you can still do this stuff. I wasn't the most flexible, or I wasn't the most flexible person when I first started this. I was, I had chronic fatigue, and I was in bad shape, but I was still, able to do this. So now I'll go ahead and explain the exercises in the nighttime practice. So first we start off with Yin Yang Hands. This is the first exercise we do in the nighttime practice. This is called Yin Yang Hands. otherwise known as Sifu hands or teacher's hands. It was said that this is the most powerful energy practice, that once you had mastered all the other forms and meditations, all you had to do was the Yin Yang Hands, and you'd automatically get all the benefits of everything else. So yeah, this is a very core, very fundamental practice in this system that I'm teaching, and it's really great. It's a good place to start because it balances both sides of the body and the brain. It connects the heart to the navel center. It balances masculine and feminine. It's such a priceless exercise. It does much more than that, but it's such a priceless exercise, guys. My Sifu, my teacher, had to spend thousands of dollars and years in training, learning the other practices before they would even teach him this. So things like the Yin Yang Hands are so simple, yet so special and priceless. And I'm just giving this stuff away like candy to you guys. So if you want it, go here. $55 is not a lot to ask. I could be charging hundreds, These practices are priceless. I mean, I've been paying thousands of dollars to my teacher, and my teacher has spent years of his life, spending thousands of dollars on the training for this stuff too. So really making this available to you guys at $55 a month, that's not bad at all. That's not a lot to ask. And it's some of the most powerful stuff you'll ever experience. So this is one of those exercises that if you spent the rest of your life doing this, you'd get everything you could possibly want out of life. All the powers, all the enlightenment, all the connection with the divine, all the connection with your soul. You'd have everything if you only did this one exercise. And that's true. So we start off with Yin Yang Hands, and then we go through the mirror, which allows you to connect to the spiritual side of things. And in that we use something called Quan Kung's hand seal, and I'll show you what that is. So Quan Kung's hand seal is like this. You're forming a triangle with your hands, like that, and your fingers are spread apart, giving that tendon energy. So yeah, it's just like that, making sure you have that triangle going on there, and that's Quan Kung's seal. So what we do is we bring that, and our hands would be flat, flat at the navel center. This is not the navel center, but down here would be the navel center. And your elbows are out, to the sides. They're not like flat against your sides, they're out, and you're doing this, the Quan Kung's hand seal. So that's the Quan Kung's seal. Okay, so this is an extremely powerful hand seal. Quan Kung is a deity in Taoist tradition who was able to destroy the power of demons and negativity. Okay, so in my teacher's Taoist tradition, he was involved in a secret sect that they called spirit fighting, and so what this really is, it's called demon fighting or spirit fighting, and the reason for that is that they, they really learn to battle demons, battle their internal demons, and when you do the Qigong practices and the Kung Fu forms that are associated with the spirit fighting practices, you become conscious of all of your demons. Your demons are not are no longer allowed to be in your subconscious and unconscious minds. They come to the surface and you battle them. That's what this whole practice is about, is battling your demons. Literally, and it's, the more you do this stuff, the more conscious you'll become, and it's just so powerful, guys. I can't say enough how powerful this is. So, just by doing this hand seal, you create a bubble of protection around yourself. So, Quan Kung's hand seal is extremely powerful. Quan Kung is a deity in Taoist tradition who is able to destroy the power of demons and negativity. So just by doing this hand seal, you create a bubble of protection around yourself. And, it seals the aura. Basically, this is like sealing the aura. So if you have negative entities around you, if you live in a haunted house, if you, have, demons or whatever going on in your life, or if if you're one of those people who gets possessed all the time, this is a really powerful practice to start doing. If you start doing this, everything will, disappear from your life. Well, not everything, but, the demons, all the negative influences, everything negative in your life will disappear. So that's what this is designed to do. To really battle demons. Battle your demons. It's very powerful stuff. So now we'll move on to the next exercise, and that is called Thor's Belt. Now, Thor's Belt is an exercise I plan on releasing to the public for free in another video. But yeah, basically we place our hands at the navel center. I'll show you guys real quick. So we place our hands, so of course, we'd be standing and placing this at the navel center, but basically our hands are connected here at the middle finger, and you can even connect these two fingers, but they're not actually connected. You're just imagining a lightning bolt going through those fingers. And so all you do is you stand like this, and you, when you inhale, you go out, expand as you inhale, and contract as you exhale. And you're doing this down here at the navel center. And once again, your elbows are not to your sides; they're out like this. So kind of like this. Yeah. So yeah, that's Thor's Belt. So you would just do that, and yeah, I'll be releasing that to the public for free. I'll make a special video on that one, on that exercise alone. And then so Thor's Belt is a Qigong exercise that allows you to absorb the power of Qi energy into your body and into your navel center. And what this does is it empowers the lower dantian. So as we're inhaling, we're actually taking energy from the aura, and we're pushing it as we exhale into the dantian, the lower dantian. Now there are 3 dantians. There's the upper the lower in the middle, the mind, body, and soul. And these are energy centers. So this is called Thor's belt because in Norse mythology, Thor's belt gives him 50% of his power. So without his belt, he would only have half his power. This is because the Norse ancestors understood Qigong, understood what Qigong is. And they actually taught people Qigong through mythology. And so that's how you know this is true mythology and not just like a fairy tale. So let me be clear, mythology is not meaningless fairy tales. Mythology is not meaningless fairy tales. Mythology is a shamanic way of conveying information encoded in fanciful stories. It serves three main purposes. There could be more purposes, but for now I'll just discuss three. It's entertaining for children. For normal people, it's an entertaining story. And it gets encoded in the listener's unconscious. So as people are listening to this, they're absorbing the information in their unconscious. And it's also a hidden way of conveying information to the wise. To the wise people who are able to see past the entertaining facade. I'll definitely make another video about mythology and things like that, but because this is so interesting, guys. It's so basically what I'm saying is the navel center is the main source of power in Qigong. This is where the power is stored. Like most of your power is stored in the navel center. And then, so Thor has a belt, and he also has steel gloves. He has like metal gloves. So, and that also increases his power. So he can use his hammer. And what this is right here on my necklace, this is called a Thor's hammer. And basically that's like his hammer is like a symbol of energy. It's powerful. And so when you use your hands and your navel center, your Thor's belt, to expand and contract the energy and work with it, it really builds a lot of power. It really empowers that navel center and empowers the unconscious mind. It lets energy be sent throughout the whole body, and the more you do energy work, the more you're going to heal yourself. The more your body will heal. Some side effects of this practice are that your skin will get softer, your calluses will actually fall off. Just very powerful effects of opening these energetic meridians and things. So, very cool stuff. So yeah, I'll make a video about mythology in another video. So then after the Thor's belt, we go into thunder standing posture. This is a posture that my teacher learned in a spirit fighting practice, which brings power into the hands. But it also opens up the heart center and releases the Shakti energy and starts building energy and power within the body. So yeah, the thunder standing posture, I think I did the thunder sitting posture or the Thor's, posture in the morning practice, but yeah, so I'll just show you that now. So for this exercise, our hands are flat, parallel to the ground, and we, just put them out to the sides. So we're standing up. So we're actually, standing straight and with our arms out to the sides like this. And you just stand there like that, just breathing again with all of these energy. With all of these energy practices, it's so important to breathe and breathe long and deep. So yeah, this releases that Shakti energy from the heart, that feminine energy that's protecting the soul. This is called in Chinese and the Chinese traditional medicine, it's called the pericardium meridian, otherwise known in another culture it would be called Shakti energy. And this is the energy that surrounds and protects your soul. So yeah, this releases Shakti energy and starts building energy and power in the body. So when you do this, you'll feel the meridians in your hands start to open up, and the energy centers like your Laogong point right there, or your the energy in your fingers, that all starts to open up as these meridians start opening up, and you can feel like the tingling sensations and things like that. And this is one of the most powerful Qigong exercises that I've ever come across. To really feel the power in your hands and in your body. It's very powerful stuff. Very powerful stuff. So yeah, this is another exercise where this is another practice where if you only did this every day for the rest of your life, like if this was the only exercise that you did for the rest of your life, you would have everything that you need to empower yourself and achieve total transformation. This is a very powerful practice. It's one of those that's kept secret to, only a few people who really learn the practices and things. So we do the thunder standing posture for a while to really power up the heart center and build huge amounts of chi energy in the body. So yeah, this really powers up that heart center, really empowers that energy and sends it throughout the body, and especially into the hands. So yeah, this empowers the navel center, or empowers the heart center, and it builds a huge amount of chi energy in the body. So then we go into seated posture and we do some seated Qigong meditations. And I'll show you this one. Now, obviously, I can't show you everything, but I will show you some of the more useful exercises for beginners here, since this is a public video. So now we hold the ball. So we come into our seated posture, and we hold the ball. Now we just act like there's a ball of energy. Just imagine a ball of energy between your hands, and inhale, expanding that energy, and exhale, contracting it. And we're holding the hands at the height of the heart center, expanding and contracting. And so you just continue to do that. That's called holding the ball. So yeah, we start off in seated posture by holding the ball. This is a really simple Qigong exercise where you just imagine a ball of energy between your hands at the heart center. You're just playing with the ball. You're just playing with that energy. You're expanding as you inhale and contracting as you exhale. So this exercise really empowers the soul and really builds a ton of energy in the heart center. The next exercise that we come to is called the Thurisaj Mudra. That's the Thurisaj Mudra. And this is a very powerful, very special, very sacred mudra. This is a very powerful, very special, very sacred mudra that my teacher had to beg and plead to learn from his teachers. This is something that was supposed to be kept secret, and only special students were selected to be taught this, because it is very powerful, extremely powerful. It is that powerful, and it's another one of those things that if you only did this, if this was the only exercise you did for the rest of your life, you would have everything you could possibly want out of life. Because again, this I have to refrain from actually showing you guys, but this mudra, if you hold it at your navel center, it really allows you to program your unconscious mind with your intentions. It's very powerful stuff. So I put that. So we included that in this practice because this is one extremely powerful Qigong meditation that brings huge amounts of life force energy into the navel. It's like a funnel. It funnels all the energy into the navel. It's extremely powerful. It brings huge amounts of energy into the navel center, and the navel center is extremely powerful. The navel center is extremely important in these practices, because at the end of the nighttime practice, we're going to be taking all the energy that we have from our heart center and using that to empower the navel center. Using that to empower the unconscious mind and the lower self, which resides in the navel center. We're using the energy of the soul to empower our lower self, our unconscious mind, to basically make the right decisions and help it to to stay on, to correct itself into so basically it's going on the right path, on the right course. So let's see. So at the end of the nighttime practice, we're going to be taking all the energy from the heart center and using that to empower the unconscious mind, our lower self, in the navel center. So your unconscious mind resides in the navel center, and its job is to process and integrate. So its job is to process and integrate all that chi energy we just raised into the body. So it's going to process it, incorporate it into the body. And so when we open this gate up, this navel center, our navel center is able to connect to and absorb the full power of the infinite life force energy that surrounds you. So the more you do this exercise, you'll gain energy, you'll gain life force energy, you'll gain health, and the more energy you put into your body, the more it's going to heal, and it's going to operate at its peak efficiency. You'll have less mental fog. You're going to be healthier. You can stretch a little bit more. You can be a little bit more limber. I've seen huge effects from this practice, guys. It's amazing. And I was not very tuned into my body 8 months ago when I first started this practice, but now I'm working a little bit more with it. So, and it's really helped me. It's improved my health. It's improved everything, my mental health, my emotional health, my psychology, my unconscious blocks and issues. If, I don't think I would be making this course right now if I hadn't done this practice, or any course right now, because, I had a lot of issues, a lot of unconscious crap that I had to deal with, but now I'm past that. So, yeah. So, your unconscious mind resides in the navel center, and its job is to process and integrate all of the qi that we raised in the body, into the body. And when we open this gate up, our navel center is able to connect to and absorb the full power of the infinite life force energy that surrounds you. And it is infinite because it's life force energy. It's in things, and it's in everything, and it's made of everything, and it's it's just everywhere, in the air, in the earth, in everything. So this is powerful stuff. So then we come to the Waterfall Qigong exercise, and this is something that I've taught publicly on the channel in one of the videos previously. It's at the end of a longer video, so you'll have to look around for it. But yeah, basically the Waterfall Qigong. This is the practice that multiple Qigong masters agree. So this is the practice that multiple Qigong masters agree is the most healing, the most cleansing, the most balancing Qigong practice of them all. So if you are really struggling with your health, or with, hormone imbalance, with a mental, emotional imbalance, this is the practice to do. And I'll go ahead and show you this, as best I can with this being in this frame. So what we're going to do is, so you would build energy before this. Just do the ball, hold the ball, expand and contract. And then we would come into Quan Kung Seal. We would go like this, out, and then scoop up. So we're going out and scooping up and bringing it to the forehead. And then we go down, exhaling as we go down, and we go down to our navel center, and then we go out, and then we scoop up. This would be like at the height of our hips, and then we scoop up and we bring the energy to the navel center, to the forehead. So as we're scooping up, we inhale, and then we exhale as we bring it down, and just continue to do that. Just scoop up and bring it down. Okay, so yeah, that's a little bit of the Waterfall Qigong for you. So if you need healing, cleansing, balancing from any kind of issue, whether it be physical, mental, emotional, energetic, or spiritual imbalances, this is the practice to turn to. So if you have any kind of imbalance of any kind, I myself had a hormone imbalance, an endocrine imbalance, and so by doing this practice, I helped heal that. It's powerful stuff. So yeah. Then we move on to, we come to the Heaven Earth Qigong Meditation. And this is again one of those practices where if you just did this, if you only did this every day for the rest of your life, you would have everything you could possibly want in life. And so this is very powerful. Just give me a second. So this practice is very extremely powerful. This practice is one of the most shamanic energy practices that I know of. It opens up the central channel, which, goes from the top of your head, your crown chakra, all the way down the midline of your body to the root chakra. That's the central channel, and there's even like a sound that we make for this central channel that I'll teach you in phase 2 of the 90-day challenge. The 90-day, it's called the self-transformation challenge. Each phase is meant to be done for 90 days. So, yeah, it's a very powerful shamanic energy practice. It opens up the central channel, which is like the main channel in your body, and it creates a connection where you can feel heaven and earth connect and flow through your body. So yeah, like heaven and earth are like basically connecting and traveling through your body, just like this. It's a very powerful, very shamanic exercise. So yeah, you'll connect with Father Sky and Mother Earth. So yeah, this is a practice designed to connect with Mother Earth and Father Sky. This opens up all 9 chakras, and all 9 meridians. And my teacher says that if he was forced to only have one Qigong practice, this would be it, because it's that powerful. But of course, I'm giving all these exercises to you guys so that you can have the most powerful experience possible. So yeah, if you were to just choose one of these exercises to do consistently, you would get everything that you want in life. But I'm giving you this is like an all-you-can-eat buffet of like energy practices right here. So it's really good stuff. It's a lot of stuff to learn, but it's really good stuff. So yeah, you'll connect Father Sky with Mother Earth when you do this practice, and open up all the 9 chakras, all 9 meridians, and yeah. So this is one of the most powerful Qigong practices there is. Then we move on to the Hul breath posture. This is spelled Huul, and it goes Hul. This is a technique that is used to ground. So this is a technique that's used to ground the powerful energy we raise through the course of the nighttime practice. And by the end of the Heaven Earth Qigong, you will really be feeling some energy. You'll really be feeling all the energy that we raised. And so this is just a nice way to go ahead and ground that energy and absorb it into the navel center and connect with Mother Earth and really ground that energy into Earth. So what you'll do is, with the palms facing down, so you'll have your palms facing down. So with your palms facing down, bring your hands to your sides like you're pushing yourself up off a bench, and your palms should be parallel with the ground, and I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, so the whole breath posture. Now, I'll go ahead and stand up for this. Okay, so when you are, so you would obviously be doing this seated. This is a seated posture, but basically we put our hands, let me see if I can get in camera here. So we would put the hands flat, parallel to the ground, and we would bring them to the sides, bring them to our sides, so just like this. Okay, so our hands are parallel with the ground and are to our sides, and remember, our elbows are not, into our body, they're out by our sides. And so we would just, do this posture. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. I just do that posture. And then we would chant the whole breath, which is Okay, so that's what that looks like. And that's another thing that you can do. So if you just did that, if you just only did that for like an hour a day, in fact, I challenge you, like if you're just watching the free channel, which is what this is on, the YouTube channel, then just try the whole breath, do it seated, sitting in your chair, put your hands out flat with your palms flat, and just chant that whole breath, and do that for an hour and see what happens. If you do that for an hour, the energy centers in your palms will light up. This is a very powerful practice that my teacher actually channeled. He was not taught this, he channeled it from the Ascended Masters and the ancestors, and this is a very powerful posture, and it's a very powerful chant that I wouldn't say it's a mantra because it's just one syllable, but I mean, I guess. But yeah, this is a very powerful exercise. So, let's see. So yeah, the whole breath posture. This is a technique used to ground all the powerful energy we raised through the course of the nighttime practice. So what you'll do is, with your palms facing down, I just showed you that. So bring your hands to your sides, and like you're pushing yourself up off a bench, kind of like that. So basically what it looks like from the side is like that. So your hand would be flat. Let's see if I can get this. But it would be like, to your side like that. So you get it. You get the picture. So yeah, your palms should be parallel with the ground, and all that. We just went over that. So then when you're doing the whole breath posture, we incorporate the whole breath. And the whole breath goes like this. So I'll now demonstrate the whole breath. It goes like this. I should probably get a drink before we do this so I don't sound terrible. Nice kombucha. Okay, so the whole breath. The whole breath goes like this. It's spelled H-U-U-L. And so basically at the top of our breath we pronounce the H sound, and then, in fact, like if you were doing the waterfall qigong, you would start it here, and then you would go hu, and basically, so the hu breath is like this. And when you do that L sound at the end, you bring your tongue up to the roof of your mouth, like touching, like behind your teeth, like a little bit behind your teeth, basically. So it's like that. And so you would do, the full breath of your lungs out, doing that whole breath. And so there's also a silent breath technique, which I'll show you. This is actually very special. It will, if you master this silent breath technique, it will put you in a meditative state, in like a trance state immediately. It's so powerful. And you'll really connect with Mother Earth and really feel her energy moving through your body. And so, another thing with this whole breath is it's a descending energy. So if you do this for an hour a day, you will really feel like the cool energy running down your body. And so this can be combined with the waterfall qigong. And this is based on so basically I'll tell you what this comes from. In the Norse tradition, there's a goddess called Mother Hulda, or Mother Hole. And so both of those have that seed sound, that hul and hol. It's basically hul, and that's an earth goddess. That's a earth deity. And so it's like this descending feminine energy, because again the water element descends. And so when we say that chant, that whole breath, we're calling down the healing energy from the heavens down our body. It's like hail. There's a rune called Hagalaj, and so that means hail, or that means healing. And so as this hail is coming down your body, it's actually healing you, and it's going into the earth, into Lagush, into the lake, into the deep emotions. And so this is a very, very powerful mantra, very powerful chant. And so I'll just explain the runes to you. So the first rune, so it's Huul. So then the runes are Hagalaj, which is it's like the H. Okay, it looks like an H. It's Hagalaj, and that's hail. And the next one is Uruj. It looks like an upside down U, so it goes just like that. It almost looks like an N, but it's actually pronounced Uruj. That's Uruj. And so then the next rune is Laguj, which is like a straight line, and then it's a little line down. So that's Laguj. And when you put all these things together, not only are you Are you using the power of the runes? You're using the power of, calling down the energy from the heavens to actually heal you, to nourish you, to cleanse you, to balance you. It's a very beautiful, very powerful exercise. I can't state that enough. The stuff that I'm teaching you is so beautiful, so powerful. Like, it's I can't put it into words. It's amazing. So yeah, so let me talk about the silent breath. So there's also a silent breath technique that you can do, where you exhale so slowly that air comes out. So you're exhaling so slowly that air comes out both your mouth and your nose, and it like meets in the middle. It like meets out here, and so I can't really kind of explain that to you. It's kind of one of those things that you have to try out and feel. But basically, I'll try to do it right now, and hopefully you guys get it. But you're breathing. It's almost like you're holding your breath. You're breathing out so slowly. You're not even conscious that you're breathing out. This will put you into a meditative state like that, like into a trance state like that. It's so powerful. It's like just an incredible practice. This is a secret practice that has been kept secret for years, for decades. Not very many people know about this. So I guess I'll try to do that silent breath for you. It's not going to look like anything, but basically when we do the silent breath, we would silently chant the whole breath, and we're not making any sounds with our throat. We're not making any noises. It should sound like pure silence. You shouldn't even hear yourself breathing out or exhaling. It's that slow, that subtle. And so here it goes. Okay, that was about half to 3/4 of my breath right there. So it's a very long breath, very drawn out breath. That exhale is, just very slow, and it doesn't even feel like an exhale. Yeah, so I could do that for another, minute or so, but I think you guys get the point, so we'll move on. So next we come to the close down, and so this is the most important step of them all. I cannot stress this enough to you guys. This is the most important step of them all, because if you do everything else, if you do every other exercise and you do not close down, you could greatly damage yourself. Now, the energy could get trapped in your head, and you could it could cause you to get dizzy or lightheaded. If you continue to do this practice over and over and over again and do not close down, then you could my instructor has actually seen people kind of go crazy and stuff. I'm not saying that will happen to you, but you never know. So it's very important that you close down. So for the close down, we place our hands like this. It's right over left. And we place that over the navel center. So I like to explain this like our Laogong point in our hands right there. A Laogong point is actually touching the navel. It's like centered on that navel. And so when we do this, we put our Laogong point on the navel. Okay, and we just sit there and we just breathe in deeply. Just breathe in and out, long and deep. Through the nose. I did it fast there, but you could do it slower. Just breathe in long and deep. Okay, so again, the hands are like this, right over left at the navel center. And so if you did any of the exercises with me, when you see this video, I want you to go ahead and close down. Just do that for 3 minutes. So when we close down, we place our hands right over left on our navel center and hold it there for a minimum of 3 minutes. So this is a minimum of 3 minutes. This must be done, because if you don't do this, there's times where I've done it for 3 minutes and I got up and I felt lightheaded, so I just sat back down and put my hands over the navel center and continued that close down. So yeah, it's important that we do this for a minimum of 3 minutes. And then, so when you're doing the close down, you just breathe long and deep through the nose. If you're lightheaded when you stand up, then sit back down and do the close down for another 3 minutes, just remembering to breathe long and deep. It's a very simple exercise, a very simple procedure that's done after all the Qigong exercises. And so even if if you're still lightheaded after a minimum of 3 minutes, you can massage your head, you can massage your scalp, you can massage your face. One of the things that I like to do after I close down is go ahead and your palms should be very hot by this point because of all the energy that's in them. Just go ahead and place them over your eyes like this. And allow that energy from the palms to go ahead and be absorbed by your eyeballs and into your head. And just massage your scalp. Massage your face. Massage your ears especially. Massage your neck. Massage your chest, your arms, shoulders, all that. Just, this is, if you're still lightheaded, just go ahead and do this. Now again, this is the nighttime practice, so it should be done before bed. So, even if you are feeling a little bit, out of it, then you could always just go to bed. Right, go to bed right after doing this practice, and you'll be fine. And then sometimes in the morning when I wake up after doing this practice, I feel like it's hard for me to get out of bed, and that's actually a good thing, because that means that your body is trying to absorb all this life force energy, and so it just wants to relax. So if that happens, that's okay, If you don't have anything to do, just stay in bed, and just, give yourself a couple of extra minutes in bed. But if you do need to do things, just go ahead and sit at the edge of your bed, and then you're gonna take long, deep breaths like this. So the breaths go like this. Hold. And exhale. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. Okay, so you're like holding at the top of your lungs, and then you exhale. You might start to feel lightheaded, and that's okay. Just like, if you need to lay down, just lay down back in bed for a minute. But yeah, this is a good way, because what we're doing is we're expanding the lungs. We're getting all that energy into our lungs, letting them fill with this energy, and then letting them absorb it for a minute. That's why we hold our breath, so that our lungs can absorb the energy for a minute. And then we exhale, releasing all the stagnant energy. So, okay. So, let's see here. So yeah, we're doing, the whole point of this nighttime practice is the whole point of doing this nighttime practice before we go to bed is so that you can bring into your unconscious mind the ability to rewrite the whole programming, your whole programming. So this whole nighttime practice is designed to defrag and do a disk cleanup on your unconscious mind, and to reprogram it with helpful and beneficial beliefs and habits and things like that, and assumptions about how the world works and stuff. So that's what we do for the nighttime practice. And then so that's like the whole point of the nighttime practice. And then let's see. Next we move on to our mantra meditation. So then we come into our mantra meditation. So if you've gotten an astrology reading from me, then you already received your personalized mantra based on your Vedic birth chart. And so you should be doing that every day, and this is where you can incorporate that into the nighttime practice, into these practices. So let's see. Yeah, right here. So if you go there to vincent.thunderwizard.com, you can purchase a Vedic mantra reading from me, or a Vedic birth chart reading, Vedic astrology reading based on your birth chart. And that will include a so yeah, you can go to vincent.thunderwizard.com to purchase a Vedic astrology reading, and that includes a personalized mantra based on your Vedic birth chart. It actually looks at the planets that want to like really bless you and help you, and uses them as for the mantra. It's again one of those most, the very powerful things. So yeah, it's a powerful tool. So yeah, if you only want to do the self-transformation challenge course, and not have to purchase anything else, then you can do the Ongnamashivaya Mantra. So what you'll need is a 108 bead mala, and I'll show you how to use that now. So you'll need a 108 bead mala. And why specifically 108 beads? Because that's a special number corresponding to the relationship of the sun, the moon, and the earth. And I think there's I don't know, but I think there's 108 moons between the sun and the earth, or 108 suns between the moon and the earth. I don't know, but some kind of relationship like that, where 108 moons between, or earths between, I don't know. Anyway, this is how you use the the mala. This is called a mala. So you would search, Google or Amazon or whatever online source that you need. You would search that for specifically a 108 bead mala. Okay? So, and these are easily available online. I got mine from Amazon. It's pretty easy. So yeah, just search Amazon or something. It must be 108 beads specifically. So I'll go ahead and show you how to use this. So, let's see if I can do this. So we have this bead right here. So actually, we would move the tassel down, and we would move to, let's see, we would move to the next bead. Okay, so we would move to this one, and we would go. So if you were doing the Ongnamashivaya Mantra, then you would say, you would just repeat Ongnamashivaya, and then you'd pull that back and you'd move to the next bead. Ongnamashivaya, pull that back, move to the next one. And then Ongnamashivaya, pull that back, move to the next one. Ongnamashivaya, and then pull that back and move to the next one. Okay, so yeah, that's how that works. And then we do this with our fingers because this is like our ego finger kind of thing. And so this finger is actually connected with our heart center. And this finger, so the middle finger is actually connected with our heart center, with the Shakti energy, the protective energy. So when we flip people off, that's what we're doing. We're trying to protect ourselves subconsciously, unconsciously. And so, yeah. So then the thumb is related to the earth element. So, it's the earth element and the Shakti energy. So it's grounding in that Shakti energy. And we're using like our soul and the earth element to really ground in this energy of the mantra into our soul, into the earth, into our body. So, yeah, that's how that works. So now I'll go ahead and repeat this. So just give me a second. Okay, so if you're a Westerner like me, and and need some help with the pronunciation of the mantra, the Ongnamashivaya Mantra, then I'll go ahead and repeat that a few times so you can get a feel for it. So it's Ong Nama Shivaya. Ong Nama Shivaya. So again, it's Ong Nama Shivaya. So you could do this like a song, like you're saying like lyrics to a song, like almost singing it. So you could go with your mala here. You could go Ongnamashivaya, 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 or whatever kind of tune or melody you want to put to it. So there's that. And geez, my nose is itchy. Okay, so it's important to note that it's pronounced Ong, not Om. O-N-G, not O-M. Okay? Now, a lot of people get this confused because when you close your mouth, it sounds like Om. But really, what they're doing is they're making the NG sound, so it's Om. You see how that can be confusing between Ong and Om. It's a different sound. So, if you're repeating it out loud, like most mantras are said out loud, reverberating that sound, that seed sound, that energy into the aura and into the body. This physically vibrates your body, and that's why it's so powerful. Mantras are extremely powerful. So that's a very important distinction. It's Ong it's spelled O-N-G, not O-M. And it's Ongnamashivaya, and I'll go ahead and spell all that out for you. It's Ongnamashivaya. Okay, so it's important to note that distinction between Ong and Om. It's also important to add the mantra at the end of the day, because in the morning practice we fire up that Kundalini energy, and the mantras are actually Kundalini energy too. So in the morning practice we fire up that Kundalini energy, and then we connect. We then connect with the soul. We connect with our soul and align our three selves in the midday practice, and in the midday meditation. And then at night we tap into our Qi energy and allow it to help us reprogram the unconscious mind. And now we need now we need the power of the mantra to work synergistically with the power of Qi, and when we combine the mantra and the Qigong, the power and the effect of reprogramming the unconscious mind is amplified. It's like it's greater than the effect of either of them done separately. So combining the mantra and the Qigong, basically the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. It's a very powerful practice. So yeah, when you combine the Qigong with the mantra and then add in your intention, like I show you in the practice, there's nothing more powerful than that. So you're really getting a supercharged energy practice when you join the Self-Transformation Challenge. So yeah, you're really getting a supercharged energy practice by doing this challenge. So if you'd like to experience the incredibly transformative power that this course has in store for you, then go ahead and sign up at patreon.com/GabbaTheShaman. And I can promise you that if you do this, you will see huge transformation in your life. This is the most effective and practical way that I've found to reprogram the unconscious mind. And I've spent nearly a decade researching all the various ways of doing it, of reprogramming the subconscious mind and the unconscious mind. And so yeah, I've spent nearly a decade researching this stuff, guys, and I found nothing more powerful and nothing more transformative than this practice that I'm sharing with you today. And remember, this is only phase 1. This is just phase 1. There's a phase 2 and a phase 3 coming. So it gets even more powerful and transformative than this as we move up. So yeah, even if you only try this out for 30 days, because it's a monthly subscription thing, even if you try it out for 30 days, even if you go in with the intent of only trying it out for 30 days, I promise you will see massive changes. I promise that you will see massive changes. Maybe it'll be interesting, maybe it'll be challenging, maybe it'll be pleasant, maybe it'll be healing, but it will definitely take the unconscious blocks within you and start chopping them up and destroying them. This practice is designed to destroy unconscious blocks, to destroy your demons. This is designed to really overcome your unconscious, everything that's going on in your unconscious and subconscious. So whatever your experience with this program, with this practice is, well, you'll find out. I can't guarantee that what you'll exactly experience, but I can guarantee, generalities, things like your unconscious becoming unblocked, but like, say, there's people who have gotten, special abilities, psychic abilities, things like that. I can't guarantee that because that just depends on your own karma and your dharma and everything like that. So, yeah. So, yeah, but, yeah, the end result of this is if you stick with this consistently, you will see massive change, massive transformation, and massive success. Just sticking with this consistently, will bring that to you. I guarantee that. That's one thing I can guarantee. This has been my experience as a student of these practices, that it's brought massive change, massive transformation, massive success, and that's what many of my peers are saying as well. So it's a really good practice. It's a really helpful, really transformative practice. So the first phase of the self-transformation challenge is already uploaded and waiting for you over on my Patreon. So yeah, that first phase is already up there and waiting for you over there. Yeah, and the next phase 2, will be uploaded in 90 days. And so after the first phase, or after the first 3 phases are uploaded, because it's only designed to be a 3-phase thing, I may decide to continue the series with a phase 4, a phase 5, a phase 6. If there's, enough interest, if people really want this stuff, if people really, decide to join the Patreon and stuff, I'll go ahead and upload a phase 4, 5, and 6 because, because I'm always learning new practices from my sifu, from my teacher, all the time. So I'm constantly learning new things and improving, and so I'll share that with you guys over here. Okay? So, it's really worth it to go ahead and try this. So, I am super excited to be launching this program, and I look forward to hearing from you all about your experience with it and all the transformation that happens in your life. Yeah, that's super exciting for me. I really want to hear about your transformation and things. So when you join this, hit me up and send me an email or something about your experience and what you liked about it and all that. And yeah, so there's that. And yeah, this is the end of the video. So much love and namaste. We will talk to you guys later.